not us, man.
Yeah, you said this ain't us, right?
It's not us, man.
You see we out here.
If y'all boys haven't seen right now, y'all see it. Y'all are the first ones to see the wrap.
Yes, sir. I pulled up. I was expecting like the whole, you know, octane red joint. I pull up. This man done flipped the whole color on me. Now, he wrapped the car himself. First time wrapping. Hey, I applaud him for doing it. One time I tried to wrap the hood, not on my Scat, but on my RT. And yeah, that didn't go that well. But we out here at this location. You see the color on here. You see the color on mine. Y'all see the title of the video. We're talking about lowering cars. You see. This is my Dodge Charger Scat Pack wide body. It's big, it's loud, it's bright red. It simply grabs attention no matter where I go. Unfortunately, I bought a car that is 60 times more likely to be stolen than any other car on the road. With the long list of mods and things I bought for this car, one of the first things I installed on my car was this. CarLock, the world's best GPS tracker and alert system. With CarLock, you will be able to live track your car with the GPS from your phone. Also, get alerts sent directly to your phone if anything is going on with your car, such as vibrations, engine starting, the car moving when it shouldn't be moving, or if there's a loss of power, your CarLock will get an alert for that as well. Be sure to get your CarLock. Use my link down in the description below and these discount codes to get a 10% discount on your CarLock purchase, as well as a 14-day free trial of the CarLock service as well. Let's get into the video. He got his lowered. He got the H&Rs. And you see I got the Eibach here. So we're going to tell y'all some of the differences with that. As we stated before, I know he stated it, but I want to state too, we did not do any of this out here. This was out here before we got out here. In fact, I'm going to show y'all how we do this. You see our tires are good. Perfect tires, perfect wheels. Now, if you want to follow some stuff here, now you see somebody came out here. Look at this. See donut. The circles keep going all the way over here. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. They keep going all the way over here. Now you follow this one right here. That thing goes straight into the curve, and then they stop. Somebody smacked the curb out here. Not us though, we ain't doing that. But we're gonna get into the video. We're gonna talk about the lowering springs here. We're gonna show y'all the differences and what may be the better option for you.
I don't know all the dimensions and things like that,
yeah,
but I do know it dropped the car.
It did. Yeah, it definitely dropped the car.
It dropped the car, man.
Go look at his first.
Let's go with the front first. So I know on the front, at first, I definitely know I was like, my car was, it's one now. It used to be like 3 fingers.
Yeah.
So I would say it dropped it a good amount, man. So the specs,
yeah,
mine's is actually, I think
1.7
in the front.
And the mine's dropped the front 1.1. So try to give y'all an idea now. Now there's gonna be a difference between these two. I've had my lower springs on my car for about 2 years. I think he had his on about 2 months. So
about 2 months.
So
this car is still settling. I think it's still settling.
It's definitely still, yours still settling.
Still settling.
Mine is pretty much where it's gonna be. It might go down a little bit more, but it's definitely lower from when I first got it. You can see kind of here, 2 fingers. You see how I kind of go right there. 2 fingers on mine. Mine kind of squeezing. Mine's a little bit lower right now.
Yeah.
Mine's a little bit lower in the front. Now, the main difference between the H&Rs and the Eibachs, the H&Rs are lower, but it's only in one spot. The back of our cars here are supposedly supposed to drop the car the same. So on the back, both the Eibach over here and the H&Rs, they drop the car 1.4 inches in the back. The only difference between these kits is the front. The front's the only difference. 1.7 drop for the front, 1.1 drop in the rear. So this should, on the H&Rs,
should be lower in the front.
Yeah, should be also to keep the rake of the car, because usually when you get the car from the get-go, it kind of sits a little bit lower in the front than the back. The H&R should keep that look. The Eibach should make the car a little bit level. A little bit more level.
Now we're gonna talk about the ride quality. I can't really speak on the Eibachs because I don't have those, but I can speak on the H&R in the factory. So 100%. With any car that have springs, the ride's gonna feel a little more stiffer.
100% for sure.
So my car, it definitely feels more stiffer, and also if you go across like a bump now, you're gonna bounce. I know you probably don't roll on the school bus. That have those hard shocks, man. So this is gonna be the same thing. But overall, the ride quality, I would say, it's it's kind of normal to the stock springs, man. So
I would say same, yeah.
I would say you won't really lose that driving quality by going with H&R. Well, I can't speak on Eibach, but just going with springs.
Right.
So
yep,
it's kind of the same, man. So.
Yeah, and my standpoint with the Eibach, I did notice a difference in mine. But anytime, like you said, you lower the car, you're going to sacrifice ride quality.
Yeah.
Because you're keeping the stock shocks, change out the springs. The shocks can't work how they normally work, so it's going to change some. In street mode, you know, the softest mode, it feels fine. It kind of feels like a little wavy a little bit when you hit a bump or whatnot. A little bit more isolation or oscillation, whatever that word is. Y'all know the word I'm looking to try to say.
Yeah.
When you hit certain bumps and things like that. Of course, when you go to track mode in any one of these cars, it's like it's feel like you have no suspension. It is what it is. That's what track mode's supposed to do. It's made to be stiff. It's got to be like that.
So by saying that, I don't know if I watched it on your video or Knockout video. One of y'all said when you go across a speed bump, you put it in track to stiffen it up a little bit. I think it was your video.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
So that's something that I learned by watching Ruben's video, man. Every time I go across like any spot that I feel like it's gonna be like hard or the car might drop down onto it, I put the car in track mode, so, man. Shout out to Ruben.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you why I do that. So when you go over the speed bump, and the car comes up like that and then it lands on the other side.
Yeah.
And what happens is if you have it on street mode, when it lands, it'll drop down lower if you're on street mode and you know, hit something like the speed bump and whatnot. So when I keep it in track, it keeps the car kind of at that height when it goes over it. So when it lands over the other side of that speed bump, it doesn't like drop down and hit something. Now, it's not gonna work for every single speed bump out there, but it'll work good enough with most of the ones you're gonna be running with. So
with the H&Rs, man, they're gonna run you about $300, $350, $350, man. So you're looking for something that's gonna give you a great price, I definitely would say you can try the H&Rs, man. $350. That ain't too bad, man.
Yeah,
it's not too bad for a good looking stance car too.
Yeah, exactly. Mine's gonna be about the same price for the Eibach, around about the same price. If you go on the Eibach website, they only have one model for the wide body. To know if you have a narrow body, I think you have two different options. You can have the sports or the sport line or something like that, or maybe that may be for the RTs. But if you go for the wide body, there's only one option for that, and there's only one part number for it. But like about $350 for it. Not too bad, but about what you can expect for these.
And if you have shocks or anything like that, man, or you looking to get shocks or something like that, man, I definitely say go grab them, man.
Yeah.
Either the Eibach or the H&R. You see, it's really not a big difference.
Yeah.
The only difference is kind of going to be the front.
The front. That's the only difference. And it's hard to see the difference now because of the fact that he hasn't had his springs on his car as long as I had mine. So mine's going to look lower in the front, but overall, give him a couple years, the front of his is going to drop lower than the front of my car. That's going to be the main difference. So if you have a driveway that's kind of steep, you probably ain't going to lower your car anyway. I got y'all pointing up here, I need to point y'all down here. Y'all probably not going to lower your car anyway. I see a lot of times people are talking about, like, you know, the roads in my area bad, the driveway is bad, things like that. But if you either don't care about that or not worry about that, then definitely go for the look of dropping the car. Just know H&Rs are going to drop you lower over time versus the Eibach. Yeah, for sure. And especially if you have like on mine I have the front splitter on it, that's going to just kind of add to the scraping or whatnot. But it's all under the car. It is what it is. I'm not too much worried about it. You can see the front of my car now. I mean, under the car is definitely scraped, but it is what it is with lowering the car. So
this right here gonna be an honorable mention about lowering your car. A lot of people probably don't even pay attention.
What's up?
So man, when you're driving and you think you hit a bump, or like say when you come out the driveway,
right?
Most of the time you don't even scrape the bumper. You're scraping this right here.
Yeah, under there. That's what you're scraping.
This is what you're scraping.
Right.
You're not really scraping the underneath of your car, man.
Yeah.
And also all the way underneath, it's like it's a bar under there.
Right.
So when you do drop, if you do drop low, you're not scraping the like the exhaust and things like that, man. So, hey, man.
I've had some scares though. I went to this one place in Charlotte, forgot the name of it. I would never go to that parking lot again.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it. It's a sushi place by South End, close to Uptown. Okay. If y'all in the area, you probably know about where I'm talking about it. But I'm not going to that parking lot ever again because the parking lot literally goes straight up like this.
And then flat.
And then flat.
Oh yeah.
I scraped the good 10 seconds trying to get up out that parking lot. I'm like, I'm never coming here again.
I came across something like that. So, that's another point. Parking garages.
Oh yeah, parking garages.
If you got like Lawrence Springs, parking garages, man. The first floor gonna be cool, but once you go to that second floor where he said when it go up and then it flattens out, it's like it's a point where the car, it will scrape. Yeah. It will scrape real bad, man. So hey man, that's probably the only thing you're gonna sacrifice when when lowering your car, but man, hey, it costs.
It does. I mean, and also on top of that, I mean, some of those like dips, what we're talking about, like in the parking garages, even if your car's stock height, you're probably still gonna scrape there because some of them are that extreme.
Yeah.
But I mean, if that's gonna be something you have to deal with, then probably lowering it with springs isn't for you. You might want to look at going, if you want to lower it some, either bags gonna be the #1 option. Bags gonna be the best option. You do lose some trunk space, but if you don't need the trunk space, bags is the best option. Most expensive, but best option, of course. But if you need more performance and adjustability, coilovers gonna be the best bang for your buck in that standpoint, where you get the adjustability, but you can change it up how you want to depending on kind of what kind of environment you're in and whatnot. Can't change it as fast as bags, but it is another viable option though.
Also, man, another thing, man, it's just gonna teach you to start actually planning.
Yep.
Now you're gonna plan where you're going, or you're gonna notice like I'm not going back to that place and stuff like that, man. So it's gonna start actually teaching you to plan out your routes and things like that, man.
Yep.
Just little small simple things, man. So I say, man, these springs, man, it got a lot that come with it, man. But it's definitely doable, man. So hey, I say go get them.
Yeah, I mean, every car I had has some kind of altered suspension on it. Even my Challenger was lower. It was probably lowered more than my Charger here. It is what it is. It is what comes with the game. I know that's not how everybody plans on using their cars and things like that. That's going to bug some people. I get it, but you know, think about your situation. Think about how you're using your car. Think about where you're taking your car. And if you're scraping now and you don't like it, do not get lowering springs, as you should all know. But if you are looking to lower your car, 2 options: Eibach, H&Rs, and the main difference, what we point out, is the front drop. The front drop is the only difference between the springs at all. Ride quality, I think they'll be about the same. It feels like, based on how we've been talking, to be about the same. But other than that, that's the only difference between H&R. Everybody says the H&R is lower, but it's only lower on the front. The back is the exact same. The front's lower. If y'all don't take anything else from this video.
And don't forget, man, go like, comment, and subscribe, man. Go do the same to Rubik's channel too, man. We have another video coming right after this, man.
Yeah, we do.
We ain't even planned it. But it's gonna be another one right here. So
make sure y'all subscribe to him. I'm gonna put it down on the screen for y'all to tap in with him, all that. Check out his ride. Check out all the videos he got going on with the car. He has not even unveiled this on his channel yet. This is kind of the first look, but make sure y'all go support him, man. If y'all watching my video, check me out. Just, hey, it's free to go over there and do the same to him. It's free, man. Just do it.
Get it, man.
And we gonna wrap it up right here. We're gonna catch y'all next video. We got, like I said, we got a couple videos we're gonna do while we out here. Quiet environment where we didn't do any of this out here, cause nah, we know how to be cracking down and stuff like that. We good, but we're gonna catch y'all next video. We out. Peace.